Hello friend, I am Naval. You are watching Code with Naval. Welcome to Java series part 11. In a part 10, we saw what is the object and how many way we can create an object. In this video, we will discuss about the class content. Inside a class, what we can declare. Inside a class, we can declare a variable, we can declare a methods, constructor, instance block and static block. So what is the variable, what is the method, we will discuss one by one. So in this video we will discuss what is variable. So let's first understand definition. A variable is a container which hold the value while the Java program executed. Like a container can hold one value. Okay, container can hold value. So we have to define what kind of container, what kind of variable. That's why we have here data types. It can be primitive data type. So different data types. It can be primitive data type. We saw in a previous earlier video all primitive data types. There are total 8 primitive data types. Then we have a non-primitive data type. That means class type. You can declare a class and we can create a that class variable. Then third one is the array type. We can declare array. It can be primitive or it can be non-primitive. We can declare an array. Then there are three different types of variable in a Java. The first one is a local variable, then instance variable, or we can say global variable, then static variable. So first understand what is a local variable, or where we can define what is that scope, memory allocation and store memory. We can declare a local variable inside a method, inside a constructor, or inside a static or instance block. Then what is the scope? What is the scope or where we can use that local variable? If we declare one particular method, we can use that variable only that method, only inside that method. Okay, within a method, constructor or a block. If we have a two method m1 and m2, if I declare one local variable inside a m1, then I can only use that m1 variable inside that m1 method. Okay, then memory allocation, method invoke, then when method start execution, that time memory occupied. Then when method complete execution, that variable memory release. And where exactly store those variable store inside a stack memory. There are two types of memory. One is a stack and other is a heap memory. We will discuss in a single video. We will discuss in one video about the memory management. Okay, then after the local variable, then we have an instance variable, or some people call global variable. So where we can define an instance variable for a declaration inside a class but outside method, constructor or a block. Then what is the scope of instance variable? Anywhere inside a class with using object. We can access anywhere inside a class, but only we have to create an object and then only we can access that instance variable. Then a memory allocation. Memory allocate when object is a create. When we create an object, then that instance variable memory allocate. When object destroyed, then store memory stored in inside a heap memory. Okay, as we saw, local variable store inside a stack memory and instance variable store inside a heap memory. Then finally we have a static variable. The third one is a static variable. Declare inside a class but outside method with a static keyword. What is the scope of static variable? We can use a static variable anywhere inside a class. Class file load, memory immediately allocate. Class file unload, memory immediately free. It's stored inside a non-heap area. That means static pool. Okay. Now here we saw three different types of variable. Now it's time to perform a practical. Now I simply open here workspace Eclipse. Okay, now I'll create here one class. Simply here create a class part 11. This video is 11th video. That's why I am giving this class name is a part 11. So now here we have to create a first, as we understand local variable, we can create a local variable inside a method. So that's why we have to create a first one method. I'll simply create a one method here, main method. Okay, simply create this main method and I'll define here int a equal to 10. Okay, simply that, and syso system.out.println, and we can say local a. Okay, let's print this plus operator for a concatenate, simply a, and run this. You can see here we got a value. Okay, now let's create a second one, is a instance variable. Instance variable, what is the instance variable declaration? Inside a class but outside method, constructor or block. Okay, here we can create a simply one instance variable, int instance in, and here we define a 20 value. Okay, let's save this and try to access this instance variable without create object. I'll simply define here global variable, or we can say instance variable, instance in. Okay, instance in. Save this and try here access in. So you can see here it's throwing error. So how can we access static variable? First we have to create object. Okay, I'll simply create here object part 11 pt equal to new part 11. Simply you can see here I create object part 11. Simply we use here pt dot in. Okay, let's save this, run this. You can see here we got 20 value. Now the third one is a static variable. Okay, for a declare static variable we require a static keyword. Okay, let's define here static. In this time we define a class type variable. Class type means predefine a string. String is a predefined class type variable. We are using that variable. Okay, string name, I'll simply create here a variable name and I'll give my name. Okay, let's save this, and as we know we can access anywhere static variable. So let's access this variable. Okay, without using this object, because static is not part of object. Okay, let's remove this and simply define here name and save this. Okay, you can see here we access local variable, then instance, then static variable. Let's change here static variable, static name. Okay, let's add here name, static name. Save this. You can see here we got first is a local variable, then instance variable, then static variable. Then now I want to mention one more thing. Here you can see in our local variable is a. What if I define an instance variable is also a? Okay, I'll define here int a equal to 50. Okay, int a equal to 50. It's not throwing error. Okay, here we have a one a variable instance, then one local a variable. So here you can see local variable a. If I run here, which one should be access? Okay, let's run this. You can see here right now accessing local variable. So what if I want to access this variable a equal to 50? How can we access this variable? So for that we have this keyword. We simply have to define here this dot a, but it's not working because we are trying to access this keyword inside a static area. Okay, you can see this method is a static method. That means this area is a static area. Okay, we can use those keyword inside only we can use those keyword inside instance area. Okay, let's create a one instance method. I'll simply create here public void add, and I'll simply define here int a equal to 10, int b equal to 20. Okay, now print here sys out a plus b. Okay, I'll simply define here addition, and if I directly mention here plus a plus b, okay, I'll show one issue will come here. I'll show that first and then we will resolve that issue. Okay, let's save this. Now we have to call this method using a object. Here we already have created object. Now we call this add method pt.add. Let's save this, run this. You can see here we got addition. Okay, here we made mistake, on addition. Okay, here you can see here we got addition 10 20. It should be 10 plus 20 30. So it's directly append text, or we can say string. For a perform addition we have to declare inside a bracket. Okay, let's add and again run this application. You can see here we got 30. Now let's define a two variable, int a, int b equal to 100. Okay, here we have a, okay, let's define this properly, int b equal to 100. You can see this time we got 30 result. Now we have to access this instance variable instead of this local variable, but we have a same instance variable name is also same and local variable name is also same. In this instance area, this is not static method, this is a instance method, and this main method is a static method. You can see here we use here static, here we don't use the static. That means this is the instance area. So here we can access this a and b, this instance variable. So simply here we can use this dot and a and this dot b. Okay, let's save this, run this. You can see here we got 150. Here 50 plus 100, 150. Third one is the we can declare an array. So how can we declare an array? I'll show you one example. Int a, this is the first way we can declare an array. This variable name is a duplicate. I'll simply define here array1. In a Java, this is the first way. Then also we can declare an array. This is the second way we can declare an array. Okay, and if we want to assign a value, that array length, then we can simply define here int array3 equal to new int. Okay, new int, and here we pass value. Inside this we pass value. Now we got this array size is the 20. Okay, and these are two array. In a separate video we will discuss about the array. Array is a very big concept. There have a 1D array, 2D array, 3D array, and multi-dimensional array. We will see everything in a one video. So in this video we saw, right now we saw here these three variable is a instance variable, this string variable is a static variable, and this 2 is a local variable. So local variable we can access inside only this method. You can see here also we declare a equal to 10. We can access that variable inside only this particular method. Okay, then this instance variable we can access, but for that we need to create an object. So in this way we can use depend on our requirement, we can use an instance variable, we can use a static variable, or array, or local variable, depend on a requirement. In this video that's it. If you like this video then please like, share, subscribe. Let's bye bye.